They talking down, now you go ahead and let them fuss. If you wanna make them question, getting money is a must. Now show out, hey, show out. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Diamond Perry, and today I will be telling y'all some of my tips on how I stay motivated. Once again, if you guys do not follow me on Instagram, my Instagram name is _LOVIN, so that's loving without the G, Diamond, my regular name. So if you guys want some tips on how to stay motivated, how I stay motivated, pages, like all of that different stuff, y'all stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Share my video with anybody that needs to be motivated. So first of all, if you want to stay motivated, you need to figure out what is it that you're trying to be motivated about. What is it that you're trying to stay consistent with? So the first thing that I would advise you to do is to write out your goals. And it's good for you to put these goals where you can see them, like, you know, in your room, wherever. You might see them every day. I don't know if you want to put them in your notes. But I advise you to write things down because it's been proven if you write things down, you're going to remember them. So put these goals where you can remember them every day. And make sure that you make short-term goals, long-term goals. When you make these goals, make sure that you're making realistic. I mean, anything is possible. We know that anything is possible through God. But just make sure that you're giving yourself a decent enough timeline to get this stuff accomplished, because if you're making your goals a big crazy goal and you're giving yourself 2 weeks to accomplish it, like, more than likely you're not going to accomplish it. And so when you don't accomplish that goal, you're going to feel unmotivated and you're just not going to want to keep doing what you need to do. So like I said, I strongly advise you to write down your goals. Remember that. Remember why you started doing what you did in the first place. Whether that's you're having goals for school, you're having goals for saving, just anything, like as far as your job, or you're trying to stay fit. And that's one of the things for me is working out, because I'll start working out, I'll be consistent, then I'll follow. But the thing about it is, it's okay if you take a break from something or you fall off, but make sure that you get back on it. Don't spend too much time away from something that you're trying to do. And also, it's about your mindset, because for you to want to do something or have this goal, the same passion that you had at first, you might not have that. So you have to remember the end goal of what you're trying to do, because if you don't have an end goal or something comes up, it's just going to seem like the end all be all, because you don't know where you're trying to get. Have faith that everything is going to work out for your good. And y'all, it's this saying, it's like, pray as if it all depends on God, which it does, but grind as if it all depends on you. So I mean, put God first through everything. But when you want something to happen, like, you gotta grind it out too. You can't just expect God to do all the work and you just praying and then you wonder why nothing's happening. God's doing his part, but you're not meeting him. You need to put some grind behind that prayer. Like, that's just facts. That's just that on that. But also staying motivated, like I said, remember what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it. First of all, make sure that it's something that you want to do. Make sure that you're not living for anybody else, that you're living for you. When you're setting these goals and you're trying to stay motivated, really, like, take a self-evaluation of what it is that you want to pursue. And another thing is, I recently went, like, on my Instagram and I unfollowed like 4,000 people. 4,000 people. You think you Hollywood? Like, no. I always wonder, like, why people with bigger followers or celebrities and stuff like that, like, they don't follow that many people. And I mean, they might not, sometimes they don't know. Of course, they don't know us and all these people. But another thing that I learned is you really have to, like, master your energy and control what you're dealing with. So me unfollowing those people, it wasn't because these people were bad people, but it's just like, if you're on your timeline, or this can be on Snapchat, Facebook, like any of your social media, Twitter, whatever. So if you're on your timeline and you're constantly seeing negativity, somebody always gossiping, somebody always complaining, it's just always this negative thing. Like, I feel like you can feel vibes through the internet. So if it's somebody that's always talking foolishness and they're not about nothing, I'm not going to want to follow them. It's like, you just need to cleanse your energy and you need to decipher. Like, for me now, I just like to I follow still some of my close friends, of course, family members, or you know how you have those friends that root for you more than people in your circle, which is sad, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. But so I like to follow people like that. And then when I follow people, I like to follow people who are constantly posting something motivational, or entrepreneurs, or whatever. That's another thing. Like I said, if you're trying to get to some place, you need to do your own research. You need to self-educate and see how those people got there. Whether you're reading books, or you're listening to podcasts, you're watching documentaries, whatever it is, interviews, all that. But once again, all that stuff, those are great tools. But if you're not actually out here and you're not actually putting the grind and the hustle behind it, what's the point in you being motivated if you're not going to turn that into an action of you doing something positive? Like, you just got to grind to be where you want to be. But back to what I was saying about the whole Instagram thing, so now I just like to follow people who are really on a positive tip, or people I like to follow millionaires. Excuse me. I just like to follow people who are motivational. They're inspirational to me. When I get on my timeline, I don't want to be seeing all this foolishness. It's good to, well, I don't say it's good to be aware of what's going on, but I kind of just dismiss that. That's like me watching the news. I don't watch the news because it's so negative, and if you're constantly dwelling in that place, you cannot be a negative person and expect positivity to come to you. You really need to master your energy. If you're looking around and you see all this negativity, take a look within yourself. But it's not always you that you can attract. You're not always going to attract what you are. That's a myth, because God can send you, if you're a positive person and you're always attracting a negative person, God can be trying to use you to change them. Or you're loyal and you're always attracting a cheater. I'm not saying that. I mean, sometimes you can be a positive ray in somebody's life, but don't be out here trying to change people, because the only reason they're going to change is either God is going to change them, or they're going to change themselves. But you can be a positive force that makes them want to change. So that's that on that. But just staying motivated, like I said, you just have to remember why you're doing it in the first place. It's okay to take a break, but it's never okay to quit. Just because things aren't going your way, just keep going. Have faith that it's going to work, because 9 times out of 10, the people who are successful, the people who have money, and everything isn't just about money, but for me, I want financial freedom so I can be able to not have that worry in my mind. And once I'm at that place, I want to be able to bless others who aren't at that place. So I don't want financial freedom for the material things, because that means nothing. Cherish no possessions. I'm going to insert a lyric from Nipsey Hussle. He said, never stop grinding, cherish no possessions. All this materialistic stuff, it means nothing to me. You need to be a good person. You need to work for the things that you have. But it is good. Once you get to where you're trying to be, reward yourself. Don't just be, okay, maybe one day I'm going to get it. But make smart decisions, because life is so precious and it's so short. You just never know when it's going to be your time. Like I said, another thing, the marathon continues, and a lot of people don't understand why I'm such a go hard Nipsey fan. And it's not, I love his music, but him as a person, he's inspirational. So me doing my research and following in on the things that he did to be successful, and one of the things that I learned from him is to take your time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Don't expect things to just happen overnight. Just keep putting in the hard work, and eventually, when it's your time to be there, you will get there. When it's going to be your time. It's not on nobody else's time. It's on God's time, and also you. So you have to put in the hard work. You have to stay motivated. Once again, hustle and motivate. And just remember where you're trying to be, and know that when it's your time for you to get there, there's nothing that anybody can do to stop it. Where you are right now, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. So don't be looking around at other people and where they are and thinking dang, they got this, or they just bought a Benz and I'm still riding my 2004. Okay, it was their time for them to boss up, but when it's your season, it's going to be your season. So just stay motivated and support other people too. It's okay to clap for other people when they win and you're not winning, because when you look, before you know it, it's going to be your time. But you staying motivated, that's how you're going to get there. You not giving up, that's how you're going to get there. Most of the time when you feel like giving up, that's when your breakthrough is right around the corner. And that's time after time. Or you be stressing over something. It's been times where I've stressed over something, and it's a saying that says that if you're going to pray, why stress? Or if you're going to stress, why pray? Like, you having faith in God and believing in God, you gotta know. You have to know, not just believe. Like, I mean, you have to know.
Day all day, I'm catching plays. Speak for itself, so it ain't much to say. Please, if you fake, then just stay out the way.